And I welcome all of you on Gate Chemical Planet, and I would like to thank all the dear students who subscribed my channel. So student, as you all know that the HPCL paper is on 31st October to 2020. So it is very important to discuss the previous year questions based on HPCL examination. On your request, I am making more videos on other subjects also. Okay, and this is the video on the remaining questions on heat transfer. So here we will discuss only the 10 questions on heat transfer. So now, without wasting time, just come to the question. In shell and tube heat exchanger, putting a longitudinal baffle across the shell faces the shell side fluid to pass how many times through the heat exchanger? So the correct answer is twice through the heat exchanger. It is very important question asked many time in the previous year examinations. So please remember the value. The next question is Prandtl number is a measure of what? So Prandtl number is a measure of heat conduction to the viscosity of fluid. Basically the Prandtl number equals to mu Cp by K. Okay, just learn the value of Prandtl number mu Cp by K. Okay, so the correct answer is option A. Now move to the next question. In multiple effect evaporator, if the thick liquor is viscous, the feeding should be forward, backward, mixed, or none of these. So if the liquor is viscous, then the feeding should be backward. So the correct option is A. Next question is fins are provided on heat transferring surfaces in order to increase what values. So fins are provided on heat transfer surfaces in order to provide which type of values. Fins are basically added to the heat transferring surface area to increase the heat transfer area. The correct option is A for this question. So next question is viscous heat sensitive liquids are concentrated in in which type of evaporator? So the viscous heat sensitive liquids are concentrated in agitated film evaporator. This is very important question. Okay, you should learn all these values, all these options, so that you will be comfortable if any question is coming in the examination. So the next question is, if the wind is blowing at 10 kilometer per hour, the dominant heat loss mechanism between the top cover plate of flat plate solar collector and the ambient air is. So student, this is the convection process basically. So the answer is convection. Okay, it is not the example of radiation or conduction or convection and radiation both. The correct option is convection. This is the example of convection process. Okay, so now move on to the next question. Most of the sun energy results from thermonuclear. It is not radiation, it is reaction. Okay, it is reaction. Okay, it is reaction. So thermonuclear reactions, chemical reactions, gravity, or none of these. So student, most of the sun energy results from the thermonuclear reactions. Option A is correct. Next question is solar cells convert the sunlight into which type of energy? Mechanical energy, chemical energy, heat energy, or the electrical energy? So the correct answer is the solar cell converts sunlight into electrical energy. Option A is correct. Now move to the next questions. Unit of heat transfer coefficient in SI unit. So student, this is very important question. Two questions are on unit. It is very important question asked many times in the previous year examination. Okay, so you should learn the value directly because time is very short. Unit of heat transfer coefficient in SI unit is watt per meter square Kelvin. Capital K is for Kelvin. And the next question is the unit of thermal conductivity. So the unit of thermal conductivity is watt per meter Kelvin. So see here, I discussed here in more details. Okay, Q equals to minus Ka dt by dx. This is the Fourier's law of heat transfer. Okay, by here we can calculate the value of thermal conductivity. So we can write thermal conductivity in this manner. K equals to minus Q by A dt by dx, where capital Q by A is known as the flux. Flux is equals to small q, which is equal to, so here capital Q is rate of heat transfer per unit area. The unit for capital Q is watt and for area it is meter square. So here by putting the values of Q by A, we can also write the values for dt and dx. T is the temperature and x is the unit of meters. So here watt per meter square into 1 upon K by M. M will cancel out, only 1 M will remain. Okay, so the unit of thermal conductivity is watt per meter kelvins. It is very important to learn all these units. Some units may come in examination. Okay, so all the best for your examination. I am making more videos on fluid mechanics and thermodynamics and uploading very soon. Okay, so till then you enjoy this video and remember all the questions. These questions are very important for your examination, and share this video as much as possible, because examination date is very close, so all the student may get the benefit of these questions. Okay, so thank you so much and subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you so much.